We're here at Recruitment Agency Expo 2023 at London's Excel Conference Centre, and I'm delighted to be talking to you about Sonovate's latest partnership announcement with Rectech. I'm joined by Jack from Rectech. Tell us a little bit more about what you guys do.
Yeah, thank you. RecTech are an ATS and CRM comparison service primarily. We also have a complementary marketplace for recruitment technology acquisition. Super proud to partner with Sonovate. A massive part of our platform is providing value to any shopper in the tech market, and so it's a natural synergy between our two companies. So yeah, really happy to be here.
Yeah, fantastic. So we're really pleased to be partnering with you guys. We've seen the value you've brought to the marketplace over the last couple of years since your inception. Obviously for Sonovate, being the funder for the future world of work and driving the funding requirements of recruitment agents, the complementary client base is huge. And obviously we felt that by partnering with a company such as yourselves, award-winning as you are, means that there's a much better shop window for our products to be out there, for the recruitment agencies to find us, and obviously, hopefully we add value to your marketplace and drive traffic because we're on there as well. We find that in Sonovate, we find that RecTech's a must-go place for the recruitment agency owners, so they could check it out. I think you should get on there, yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
Taking on beyond that, when we're thinking about the wider marketplace and everything like that, and you've already mentioned about the marketplace, your marketplace, and the vendors and everything you're working with, what is the main advantage for RecTech for the recruitment agency owners or directors, or what do they get from you?
It's hard to really qualify it in quite a short period of time, but a big thing for us is ROI. Return on investment is such an enormous, important, overarching kind of meta operational decision. A big thing for us has been, how can we provide it in a more efficient manner? How can we connect emerging startups within the space with established companies? How can we provide that with objectivity? How can we provide value to everybody across the chain? And most importantly, to job seekers or clients at the end of that whole process of purchasing tech, how do they get value? So really qualifying value across the entire end-to-end spectrum of buying tech is our mission. So naturally, when it comes to things like funding, when it comes to budgeting, especially when it comes to scale, that's a big thing for us, is being able to translate what scale looks like to any company in the market. We'd like to think we're pretty good at doing that, but again, it takes partnerships with people like Sonovate to really nail it. And I think value is a big term. For us, it's return on investment, where the return is. Can you visualize it? Can you put it in place? Can you factor it in? Can you budget for it? We'd like to think that we can provide some semblance of that. But again, it's an innovative market. As anybody knows, recruitment is a crazy industry. It's going to change this time next year. Hopefully we'll have more vendors on the marketplace. We'll be finding more connections, more relationships as we go along. So that's where we think we provide the best value.
I couldn't agree with you more. So one of the biggest drivers for our business is adding value to our clients and really driving their growth. So we know from our records and obviously historical data in the industry that companies have got the right level of funding, recruiters have got the right level of funding in their business, they'll grow 3 times faster than if they're trying to work it off their own balance sheet or funding the wrong way. And obviously when we were looking at you guys, one of the things we absolutely loved about RecTech was the fact you have the proper comparison as well. So you do a whole thing around the pros and cons of the different systems, which means that our customers, when we're pointing them in your direction, will be able to make a really informed choice, which we thought was fantastic. We both look at driving value and growth for our client base, so it was really important for us to partner with you. Obviously, one of the biggest things around things like the Recruitment Agency Expo is it's a great place to actually meet and develop new partnerships. Absolutely. I'm interested, for RecTech, how do you go about choosing your partners?
There's so many criteria. I think for us, there's a big thing around vision about how our partners see the industry moving forward. For you guys, I think you focus on a huge pain point for companies when they are looking for sustainable funding. We don't want to really partner with anybody, and I say this with the best intentions possible, that see it as a quick buck to make, or we just want to find a bunch of new clients to work with and then step away. We said that we see recruitment being, we talk about the life cycle, right? Or the talent acquisition life cycles. We talk about client relationship life cycles. We'd like to maybe channel some of that into what we do, in that we aren't looking to just partner with people for a season or for a batch of hiring or for one ATS purchase, even though we know that no one's going to be swapping out a CRM every 2 months. It may be something you do and then only come back in a few years. But where our marketplace really works is that is something that's going to be constantly changing, constantly innovating, and we're bringing on more clients. So for us, it's not about whether or not different vendors complement each other. What we want to do is give a full spread of the industry as it is and how it's going to look like in the future, and then how anybody can get any value from that, irrelevant of the sector they work in, the client base, their candidate base. It's all about providing that value in the long term. It's a hard thing to get right, because I think a lot of people do. Sometimes recruitment can be very reactive, it can be very fast moving, and we're fine with that. That's great. But at the same time, about value, it has to be sustainable, it has to to be long term. So I think for us it's aligning what we can provide a vendor with their vision, and it's for them to tell us. We're not discriminatory at all. If your vision is, we see there being some future there, we see that you can provide value for our clients and for users of the site, brilliant, we're all in. Yeah. But we want to translate some of that vision. We are agnostic, but we still want to provide a showcase for anybody on our platform to go, this is what we do and why we're good at it. Yep. So I think there's some alignment there. A lot of people don't know that's what we do, and I think it's not just about providing that comparison service, it's also about showing brand value, about vision, about purpose, and that alignment can take time, but we're in it for the long haul as well, so we're not going anywhere.
Awesome, that's great to hear. And kind of final question from me, because as you can see, they're setting up the stand behind us to feed the masses here at Recruitment Agency Expo. As I said a minute ago, this is a great place to find, vet new partners and grow. At Sonovate, we have a big view that the future in recruitment is the interconnectivity across the marketplace, like more systems and platforms talking to each other, driving value for the users, and ultimately the products and services that will win will be the ones that kind of embrace that and grow. RecTech, what do you see are the kind of main drivers shaping the market at the moment?
The big one is going to be AI. You can see it with just ChatGPT as a case in point, as the media mover at the minute, is that if you think purely through a lens of content alone and marketing, communications, and how candidates talk to agents, talk to us, funders and CEOs and founders speak to you, and how the whole thing interconnects, we want to say that it's going to get smoother, more seamless, more integrated, but at the same time, it's the balance between how much human can you retain in the relationship build and how much can you automate. And we know that the automate and the AI part is just going to bleed into the other section. We're not against that, that's fab. I can't wait for that to see where that goes. But at the same time, a big thing for us is going to be making sure that every human touch point is still a human touch point. That it's still people talking to people, that it's still, when you're not putting your career in the hands of a robot. I know that's a very layman's way of putting it, but we want to avoid that. And I think a big part of our job is to go, innovation is fantastic. It's also inevitable, but here's how you want to capture the right sort of innovation for your company. Here's how you want to integrate the right way for your company. Don't do it because you feel like it's something you should do. Do it because you see vision and purpose and everything aligns. So for us, AI is going to be it's the next great big Web 4.0 kind of touch point. It's not a theoretical anymore, it's happening. So I think that for us is going to be a big thing. And actually, digital transformation is a term that people have been throwing around for years now. But a big thing is digital education. Demographically, you've got a whole swathe of Gen Zers coming into the market who are digitally native, who understand how this interconnectivity is very naturally comes together. We don't want to lose that translation between older workers or people returning to work or people in the industry that have these fixed ideas of how recruitment should be. We want to be able to show that innovation across demographics, across borders, and facilitate that. So hopefully we'll come together with that. It takes time, but yeah, so that's where we see the front. We want to be at the fore of that. We know you guys are, so hopefully we'll keep going that way.
Cheers, Jack. Thanks for that.
Cheers, mate.
We're really delighted to be partnered with RecTech. We're really looking forward to how the partnership's going to grow for the benefit of our mutual clients over the coming weeks, months, years. Fantastic to be able to announce it here as well. So thanks very much.
Thank you.
And thank you.